kicking it, yeah we kicking it. When we come to play, yeah we winning it. We are here to stay, bringing our grit. We so sick with it, we just kicking it.
What is up, everybody? What's up, family? Welcome back to Just Kicking It. And first off, happy Thanksgiving. Well, by the time you guys see this, it'll be the following Monday. So happy Cyber Monday for all my tech people out there, all the people that are trying to get Christmas gifts. But last week we talked about, why men really don't share their emotions or cry. Like, why doesn't men cry? Thank you for the love on that. This week's episode is who's checking on him. Again, this series is called Unscripted. Kind of give you a deep dive into the mind of a man. Of if you ever wonder why, as men, we do certain things or act a certain way. Here's a sample of someone who I've asked different men, mentors, friends, homeboys, random people, and kind of gotten like certain stuff. So yeah, like I said, this week's episode is who's checking on him. So basically today we're talking about being the strong one in the friend group, in the family, in the relationship, and like what that looks like, what kind of toll that will, take on a man. It didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay. So some men carry it all, provide, protect, perform, but the real question is, who's checking on him? And honestly, that can be a real thing. I know for me, I feel like there are times where I'm doing all those things and my phone is dry, like Sahara Desert dry. And it makes me wonder, like, what am I doing? I feel like, am I not doing enough? Like, everyone can call me for a ride, or they need advice, or they need some money, or they got something going on, but it's no one's calling being like, yo, bro, what's up? How you been? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times it's me being the one having to reach out first. Hey, bro, how you doing? Hey, bro, let's, meet up. Or, hey, bro, let's do this. And sometimes it can, get tiring. And I'm not saying that for, like, all my relationships in my life. Like, I talk about him all the time on here. He's probably gonna be like, damn, another one? But my dog Wesley, like, last weekend, I think, yeah. Bro was like, let's hang out. He texted me in the week. I love him to death, but a lot of times, it's big bro checking on little bro, like, hey, bro, what you doing? Let's kick it this weekend. You see what I did there? Playing on words. But he was like, hey, bro, I want to, hang out. And so that was super dope. Or even in the organic moments, meeting up with friends. So like Tuesday, I went and got AirPods. Haven't had AirPods pretty much the whole year. I've been using Beats. And as many of you know, I used to work at Best Buy. And so, I go and get my tech from there. I still got friends who work at Best Buy, so I trust them. I try to go when there's people I know working. And I caught them on sale, and then I caught them on a price match from Amazon. But my homeboy Brendan, who I've also mentioned on here, he said he's going to be at that store for the rest of the day. So he works for Apple. I used to be the Best Buy Apple guy. So we worked together hand in hand all the time. So we were kind of standing there. And, we're standing in the Apple shop. We're chopping it up, talking about, work for like what he's got going on and what it's like working at Xfinity. And for a second I was like, kind of like we're back in the old days, in the Apple shop, because all we used to do was just talk trash. But that was super dope. They were getting ready for like their Black Friday push, so good luck to that. But yeah, it's just sometimes it can get lonely, and sometimes I feel like, why is it that like as men we're held to the standard of men must check on other man, man must check on woman, man must check on parents, man must do this. Like once we get to that age, we get to that age of protection, being a protector and a provider. It's like, all right, that's cool, but like, who check in on me? Especially like the men who like suffer from depression and all that jazz. Who's checking on them? Especially now, it is 5:30, and it's dark outside. Like it's dark. Like I got my blinds open and it's dark. Who checking on the people? What man is getting checked on right now? A lot of times you're not. Like if you're in a relationship, cool, and you're like your partner knows that. Hopefully she's checking on you. Like, to be honest with you. But that's kind of me blabbling on. So yeah, segment 1. From the outside, he looks fine, right? Right. He's working, he's providing, he's giving all the jokes and the laughs and the ha-ha-has. But on the inside, he's probably crying on the inside. He's probably alone. He doesn't know who to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, we all have that moment of being at work and it's, hey man, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing all right. How's the kids? Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. And such and such walks off. You're like, damn, I'm depressed. But obviously, you're not telling your coworker that. So you're like, your friends reach out to you like, hey man, how you been? Let's grab a beer. Let's grab a drink. Let's grab a bite. Then you're like, finally I can tell somebody what I've been going through. If you hear this dog barking, I have like dogs upstairs and across the hall. So, yeah. But it's like, all right, in that moment, we should be able to be like, yes, I can say what's going on. But there's still a lot of us who don't even, like, we get what we want. We get someone one to ask, like, what's going on? And it's like, you freeze in the moment, and you panic, and you just default to, I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. How about you, bro? And we do the same song and dance. If you ever see me, like, doing something like that, I'm trying to get better at not cussing, especially like on platform. So that's me doing that in my mind because I'm so passionate about it. But it's like I know there's certain people who are gonna like eventually want to show like younger kids, younger men, like, hey, this guy is what I kind of want you to listen to and who you should listen to and stuff like that. Like I think of kids like I want my son to eventually see, dad isn't cussing like when he's passionate about something. You know what I mean? But like I said, on the outside, we're smiling, we're laughing, we're joking, we're making everyone else laugh, but on the inside, we're drowning on the inside. And it's how do we learn to save ourselves from ourselves? You know what I mean? Men are often praised and given hallelujahs for how much they can carry and how little they complain, how they handle it. Oh, you went through the worst time of your life, but you handled it so well, CJ. No, bro. I fought for my life every single day. Like, there were times where it's like, I get in the car and it's like, do I switch and end it, or do I just do something crazy? So yes, on the outside to you, I handled it like a champ. On the inside, I'm drowning. Because I'm broke. I'm sad. I don't know what to do. I feel like a failure. I was telling Cass earlier this year when I was going through my stuff with all the job stuff, and to everyone who's applying for jobs, I'm telling you, I get it. I know what it's like. I was over there like, I got the resume, I got the credentials, and y'all ain't hiring? What? Crazy. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to feel. Like, I feel like I've lost my sense of purpose. Because anyone who knows me knows I go to work, I go to church, and I go home. Hang out with my friends, and I hang out with my little close circle whenever we can, and I don't do nothing else. And yes, I love hanging out with my people, but if I'm broke, what are we doing? Because again, I'm normally the one that's, oh cool, let's hang out, cool. Let me buy some stuff to so we can have a meal. Oh, you don't okay, cool. Let me just buy a pizza. You know what I mean? So me not working, and me yeah, let's hang out, and I'm like, I don't know. Bro said when I wasn't working, he wasn't tripping on all that, but when people hang out with me, I want them to feel comfortable, and I want them to leave happy, fed, and at peace. And yes, earlier this year, before I had my place and I was living at my mom's, yes, people left happy, and we had some real conversations, and we laughed and we joked, and blah blah blah. But something was I don't know, missing. So I felt like I was just drowning, and I say drowning because that's what it feels. When I also can't swim, so it's why not use that analogy, I guess? But I was mentally and emotionally in a prison of my own body. It got to the point where I just stopped talking. I'm an introvert anyway, people. Yes, I work in customer service. Yes, I work in retail. Yes, I work in people's faces all day long. But when I come home, I'm on the couch, remote in hand, watching TV, playing the game. I'm not talking. Anytime that I've gotten asked to do a speaking engagement in my life, whether it be for my church, for another church, for a youth group, to talk to whoever, even just have one-on-one conversations, I have to really sit down and prepare for it mentally more than anything. Yes, I can have all the notes I want, but if I'm not ready mentally to do it, I won't do it. Guys, let me be real with you. I didn't want to shoot this episode. I'm working, so my normal days off are Friday and Saturday. But CJ, you're shooting on a Thursday. Yeah, that's my only day off. I've worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off today. I work Friday, Saturday. Oh, by the way, Saturday night I also have to go to church, which I'm grateful for. So it's working 8 hours, then going to service at night, and then coming home to turn around, go work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, picking up a shift for my coworkers Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yes, mentally I was like, do I do this episode or not? And Luke was like, hey bro, we shooting this episode, or are we posting an episode next week? And I was like, yeah. In my mind I was like, to be determined, to be honest with you, because I'm already exhausted. Mentally I'm fatigued. I know what I gotta do. I work all day tomorrow, 8:30 to 8. But it goes back to being that provider. I got to pay the bills to keep this place. But I also made a promise to you guys that I would stop being an inconsistent voice, that be consistent in doing this. If this is my passion, I'd be doing myself a disservice. But to be genuine and authentic, I didn't want to shoot this episode. But I know there's going to be someone who watches this episode and is going to be like, yes, that's what I needed to hear. That's what I needed. So who am I to I'm not saying that this will ever do anything that crazy where it saves a life, but me, a 6'4" black man, being able to be vulnerable on the internet for about an hour every week to show someone, okay, it's okay to cry, it's okay to think, it's okay to be depressed, but let's not sit in it. Let's not sit in the depression. Let's not sit in the sadness. We got to go. There is a guy I follow on TikTok, and I think every day, like, I just kind of like watch the video for the intro, and basically it's ain't no money in the bed, baby, wake that ass up. So every day, especially this stretch, ain't no money in the bed comfortable, clean sheets and all, but I ain't making no money in it. I got to get up and get to pushing it. Also, bro, it's snowing outside. That's also making it to where I don't want to do nothing. But wake that ass up, ain't no money in the bed, baby, let's go. But, yeah. I done went past in my notes. When everyone sees you as the strong one and you start to believe that weakness isn't an option, you get silent. Because it's like, they see you as Superman or whatever, insert superhero name here. Damn, they forget that most superheroes have like real, like a Bruce Wayne, Batman, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Captain America, Steve Rogers. See what I mean? Like, there's someone behind the damn name. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Like, bro. And so once you get to the point where it's like, they keep telling you how great you are and you're strong and you're just da-da-da-da, you hear that so much, it's like, I can't be weak. As a man, I can't let I'm sad today, let me take a day off. No, because you take that day off, they're like, oh, well, I needed you. And here comes the gaslighting and all that. And you're like, okay, I'll suck it up. I'll be a man. No, bro. You sit there and you are allowed to be not okay. It's fine. Forget what the world's telling you. Take the day. Take a couple days if you need. Because no one wants to have you be silent. And now it's, hey man, what's wrong with CJ? I don't know, I think he tried to tell me he was sad a couple months ago. Now you and the other person sitting there like, a couple months ago, bro been smiling. Has he been like legitimately smiling, or is it just like putting on a face? And they're like, oh, yeah, guys, let's check on the strong friend. Because at one point, it will become too much. And some people, when it becomes too much, when here and here become too much, physically we shut down. And unfortunately, some of us, there's been some people who check themselves out of this big spinning blue rock. And now we're all wondering, what didn't we do? A lot of us just didn't pick up the phone. Like, that's all we got to do is pick up the phone, bro. Like, but, yeah. Segment 2. A lot of us were certified yappers as kids. Flat out. Like, I know some yappers and it's like, as a kid, it's like, oh, cool, I get to talk, laugh, blah, blah, blah. But Boy become man. Laughter becomes silence. Joy starts to go away. You know what I mean? Silence is cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like you need to be in mine, but it's like every now and then you gotta bite your lip, bite your tongue. Like for me, I know that like if someone like says something wrong to me, I'm quick to pop off at the mouth. Shout out to my dad for that. But as I've gotten older, hold on for a second. Part of that is because also I realize I'm a 6'4" black man in America, and I'm already scary enough just existing. So why would I give someone else more reason to be scared of me? Sorry. That's going to be something we dive into at another time. So be on the lookout for that. And I might have not a co-host, but like a guest for that episode. Depending on the guest, I ain't gonna lie to you, there might be some cussing in there. Not from me, but from them. Just saying. But to spin the block, let's be real, silence isn't always strength. That can be survival for most of us. A lot of men don't open up because they've learned early who's really listening. Like, who cares about what I got to say? And when they did, like when they were like, oh, you can open up to me, you know, shorty, you know, she pillow talking, like open up, da da da, or bro, like, hey bro, yeah, you can talk to me. Next thing you know, you getting slimed out. What you said has now been used against you, and it's like, all right, I got something for you. Straight silence. So now you're protecting yourself. You got this cocoon around your heart, and now everybody's like, oh, you don't talk. You don't open up. What's wrong? You should talk to me. No. I'm not. Like, I'm not doing it. Because last time I opened up, you used that, and I looked dumb. So why would I open up, you use it against me, and I look dumb? I'd rather just stay silent. You know what I mean? But, yeah, like it comes with judgment. It comes with rejection, or worse, nothing. You ever try to tell someone you had something like you weren't okay, and they just were like, went to the next topic? Trash. Because I've been there. Like, I've tried to open up to people, and it's in my own home. Like, whether it be at like living at my parents or whatever. Like, I'm hanging out with people, and I'll say something, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay," and then go on about the conversation about someone else, and I'm like, "Cool, you got it." So I just kind of stopped for a long time. You can kind of say I just retreated. I just kind of stayed in my little bubble. Like there's like certain stuff that's like happened to where I need to like say something to somebody. So like I pick my closest confidants, and I'm like, man, look, this is what I got going on, and I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, I meet with my therapist every week, but it's like, what do I do in the weeks where it's like, I don't see my therapist because it's a holiday, or I'm sick, so I don't go to therapy, or just whatever. Like, having someone else to listen is dope. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I feel like that's what my purpose is to be, you know, someone who people can go to. But also, if you're that person, if you're like me, have boundaries. Realize you have an emotional cup, and don't let people pour and pour and pour into you and make it to where you overflow. I remember I was talking to my boy Nolan when we worked together at the hospital, and there's another employee there who would trauma dump on him. And, you know, at first I'm new, but I'm not dumb. I got peep it. I'm like, hey, you know, think to myself, I'm gonna wait. Just till like the relationship between him and I got real cool, which didn't take long. And I was like, hey, bro, I think I pulled him to the side, or I think we were just slow and it was just us. We're waiting for like our 4 o'clock person. I was like, hey, bro, person X is going to make your emotional cup overflow, and then you're going to go off on your girlfriend, your mom, your brother, who met one of the managers here, and it's going to end up bad for you. And he was like, he stood back and he realized, he was like, you right, da-da-da. So, you know, like, after a while, he was like, hey, look, I don't mind, like, I'm your friend, but you can't come to me and trauma dump on me and, you know, all that all the time. I need to actually check on him about that, because we talked about that recently, like, before I left. But anyway, my least favorite thing so far is whenever I see females be like, oh, men are trash, men are emotionally unavailable. Do you make us available emotionally? Like, what are you doing to help being available emotionally? Like, don't get me wrong. Men are grown adults. They have to be able to, you know, process emotions without kicking, screaming, punching walls, yelling, da-da-da-da. But are you being that man's peace to where he can lay his head on your shoulder like you want to do to him and talk about his day? Can y'all sit on the couch watching a movie and he'd be like, I'm really sad the last couple days. And then y'all talk about it and make him feel safe. Like, guarantee you, if you make the little boy that never felt safe feel safe, make the man feel safe, he'll love you forever. Flat out. But it goes back to my earlier point of, do you do enough to where he can trust you with those things? Because it's not that men are emotionally unavailable. We've been so traumatized as boys to where we can't open up. Why do you think we're going to open up now? Especially when you don't make it to where I feel like I can open up to you. If y'all gonna cancel me, y'all gonna cancel me, but it is what it is. I've been in enough relationships to where, I'll give you an example. Prime example. I was dating a girl. It was real bad. Those of you who know, my ex Christy and I were dating, and we went to Vegas. A couple years, like a year ago, I think, something like that. So before we left, I had bought the tickets, and I bought the tickets, booked the room, da-da-da. We ended up, I think, breaking up for like whatever. And then, so I'm trying to like cancel this ticket, but like I was flying like on a, you know, not real good, like it was a decent airline, but it was like, they weren't giving me my money back. So I was like, I'm just like, whatever, I'm eating the cost on this. But I'm dumb, so I'm like, you know, maybe she'll come back and we'll da-da-da-da-da. Unfortunately, she came back. So, I think I'm like right before like right before we like left, one of the people that were friends with her told me, "Hey man, don't do it. She's only using you for Vegas." And I was like, ouch. And this person had never met me, but they were like, "Hey, she said X, Y, A, B, C about you." And it's like, it was funny because they were like, "I got a cousin for you." And I was like, I can't even change the name on the ticket. Allegiant Airline, get that together, because I could have took someone that had way more fun. But fast forward, boring vacation later, we're sitting on this couch in the room, and I'm like, all right, I already know using me for the trip, da da da. She's gonna probably break up with me like not long after we get back. Fast forward, she did, by the way. But I'm sitting there, and I'm, it's fucking me up inside. I'm like, damn, that's real fucked up, bro. I'll take you on vacation, and so I'm crying, and I'm like, she's like, and I'm like, and I play it off. I'm like, oh, how do I know you're not just using me for, asking without telling her I know what you're doing. But stuff like that, it's like, what makes you think I want to? That's traumatizing for me. So it's like, why? I'm still gonna love the next person I date after, I've dated after that, and I've brought it up. I'm like, hey, in the beginning it's gonna be rough because of what this person's done to me, X, Y, and Z. And people are understand. It's 2025. People have been in shitty relationships, so they understand. Like, hey, I get it. So miss me with the whole not vulnerable thing with men. We're vulnerable. It's just we choose who to be vulnerable with because we don't want to get burned. Being the strong one often means you're not allowed to have a bad day. You're the protector, you're the provider, and you're the rock. But every now and then, the rock does crumble. Just saying. Segment 3. If you're listening right now and you're that guy, and everyone leans on you, that this part is for you specifically. You deserve love. You deserve softness also. You deserve check-ins, not just checklists. You deserve to be held, not just depended on. That's a bar from up here, boy. I got it written down, but you feel me? You deserve softness too. You deserve check-ins. You're not just doing the checklists. You deserve to be held, not to just hold, and not just depended on. Because I don't know about y'all, but I like to be little spoon sometimes. Like, I'll be real. This might be a shorter episode. Okay, we might be cutting this episode in half, y'all. We'll see. I might get to yapping for another 20 minutes. People who know me know I'm a yapper. But yeah, you deserve to be held, bro. Like, you work, you provide. Find you somebody that's gonna be like, come here, sit down, and just let me love you. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna look at you like, yes, ma'am, and I'm gonna come jump in bed because I'm tired. Any man right now that got to sleep in a lonely bed, bro, it get wicked. And you be like, I want to fall in love and be next to somebody. Like I don't care. Little boys want to get married. Like I love seeing the TikToks where it's the man is enjoying his wedding day, like when he's walking down the aisle. Yes. Some of us as little boys dream of the wedding, like big weddings. Hi, my name is CJ. I'm the little boy that wants a big wedding. Like I want the friends, the family on both sides, and I want to have the fresh 3-piece suit on with the Ray-Bans and the hat. and the hat, and I want to, enjoy my day. I done been through enough stuff in my life to where I've earned the right to enjoy my day. So that's why I tell people, I tell my homeboys, when you get married, this is your day too. People love to say every little girl wants to get married. I feel like if man, woman get married, well, man must want wedding day too. So enjoy, like, be held, bro. Like, also, don't be like, oh, I'm big, strong man, I don't need to be held. Shut up. Because a lot of us didn't get loved as a kid, and it's messing us up. To where we can't enjoy I'm quick to be like, I need a hug from somebody. I post it on my Snap. And most times, if someone sees it, who I know, they're giving me a damn hug because I need it. Like, or if it's someone I know, I don't care, man, woman, whatever. Hey, bro, can I get a hug? And give the damn hug. Like, someone comes up, I will never forget. When I was manager at the gas station, and we had just hired this guy named, I'm actually not going to say his name, but it was just him and I. And I think he's older than me, but he was like, how do you deal with the stress and da-da-da? And I was like, bro, I cry, I pray, I laugh, and I be in my circle with my people. And I told him, hey, bro, you need somebody, like, call me. I pick up the phone, like, yeah, I live on the other side of town, but bro, I'm a FaceTime away, bro. Like, what's up? And, he was like, hey, bro, can I get a hug? And I was like, hell yeah, bro. And I gave him we were in the middle of, like, we were behind the counter in the gas station. Anyone could have walked in at any moment, and I didn't care. So I know what that hug means. Like, bro, I'm drowning right now, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. Luckily, he's still here. Like, I see him post on his story every now and then. Like, we'll chop it up. So I'm glad bro's still here. And I'm glad that he felt peace and comfort to be like, hey, bro, can I talk to you? Like, can I get a hug? Like, can you chop it up with me real quick while we slow? I ain't got no problem with that at all. People still call me today. Hey, bro, shoot me a text, whatever. Hey, man, I need some advice. Cool. What's up? Or I need somebody to talk to. What's up? Like, it's not that hard to be nice to people. Especially as a man, knowing what other men go through. Like, I'd be a fool to not. My homeboy Brendan, who I talk about episode 1, and then earlier in this episode, and like, again, like, as men, we like to make it look like where everything is okay. Like, I told y'all, like, I went to his wedding, blah, blah, but, bro posted some stuff, like, he was down. I was like, hey, man, if you ever want to come hang out, chill, talk, let me know. Schedule stays the same. Let me know. And it was like, I think it was like later in the night. So, like, next day, he's like, sometime soon I will be taking you up on that. And I'm like, dope. Please do. Because I tell all my friends, and I really mean this, I tell them I would rather sit here for hours listening to what you got going on and letting you cry in somewhere that you feel safe than sitting in the pews of your funeral looking at your casket. If I could have done something to keep you here another year, another 2 years, another 10 years, another 40 years, I'm going to do it. I say that, but I also hope someone's going to be doing the same for me. If, hey, man, I need someone to come over and, like, kick it with me, or, like, I need to go over, like, can we go grab a bite? Someone's trying to keep me here the year, the 2, the 10, the 40. I got a couple people that'd be like, all right, bro, come on. You ain't checking out on us. So To all the, to the strong ones, I got three things for you. My bad. I got three things for you that I need you to start asking yourself. One, when was the last time you felt seen? Not just for what you can provide, what you can do, but just for being you. Being the goofball, being the fun guy, being the lover boy. When was the last time you were just seen as you? Not as a dollar sign, not as a therapist, just seen. When was the last time you were seen? Do I let people into the parts of me that hurt? Fellas, I know that can be hard. Like, that can be real hard. Like, we're already hurt. Why would we let someone weasel their way in there and be like, hey man, I know you hurt, but why? What you got going on in here? And if you tell it's a while, I know it's crazy. Find that person and let them into where it hurts. I do that all, like I don't do all, not all the time, it's crazy to say, but I do that enough throughout the year to where I'm not going insane all the time. Like, I'm not going like batshit crazy. And third, have I mistaken being needed for being loved? Have I mistaken being needed for being loved? Because it's easy when someone needs you to make you feel like they love you. Are they loving you for what you give them? Or are they loving you for just being you? So those three things, I'm actually probably going to post that on social media stories, like the questions themselves, and then think about it. And then I would love to get responses either in the comments on YouTube or the comments on Instagram, on TikTok. Like, I want to know. Shoot me a DM, whatever. Like, but when was the last time I felt seen? Do I let people into the parts of me that hurt? Have I mistaken being needed for being loved? So I guess you could say that's your homework for the week. Because being strong doesn't mean guys, there's no way I just struggle that hard. Having a stutter and then trying to read and then, because being strong doesn't mean you go at, because being strong doesn't mean you go at it alone. I forgot the word at it. Oh God, do I want to leave that in? And being tired doesn't mean you're failing. Please don't let some old ass person tell you, oh, you're tired, you're not working hard enough. Tell me I'm not working hard enough. Boy, I work hard to fight for my life every day and work 40 plus hours a week. Beat it. That's all I got to say on that one. I hate people. You're human. Even the strongest one needs someone to say, hey, you good? You all right? You all right, big fella? Come on, let's go talk. No, don't tell me, shut up. Come on. So, in closing, you're not a machine. You're not a burden. You're not meant to carry everything yourself. You might think that big, broad shoulders, you might think, oh, I got to carry the weight of the world. No, bro. Don't. It get real tired. It get real lonely. Going up and down, up and down. Don't do it. Don't let these people tell you that. They lying. They're struggling too, so they want someone else to struggle with them. Don't do it. If no one's checked on you lately, this is me doing that. I hope you're all right, especially as it gets colder, as we really ramp into these holidays. You know, at the time of recording, it's Thanksgiving. So next week, Thanksgiving is a week ago. We've got Christmas, we've got New Year's. And those times are hard for people. Like, people don't have their siblings, their kids, their partners, you know. There's probably someone out there that's lost someone in the last 6 months to a year, and now their world's flipped upside down and they don't know how to deal with it. So show them a little grace this holiday season. And also, when I say this to me checking on you, I'm not just doing this because I'm sitting behind this camera and you're subscribed to the show or anything like that. No, it's because I really give a damn. I know what it's like to sit there and no one's picking up the damn phone and calling, and I'm calling all the time. So this, right now, is me saying, hey, I see you. I love you. I'm glad you're still here. Take care of yourself. Because we got a long way to go. Me and you, my boy. You matter. Your peace matters. Your healing matters. So take your time to heal. Don't let them disturb your peace, because you deserve to be at peace with yourself and the world. Next time in the series, we're diving into emotional shutdowns, why as men we go numb, and how to feel again after going cold. So, until next time, breathe, rest, and remember, even the strong need space to break. This has been Just Kicking It. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next time.